So did you guys see? Got a new hairdo, even shaved a little bit. Yeah, I'm totally growing everything else back in. This was just, for the ending of summer. It was getting too hot, so I figured a buzz was in order. Today I really wanted to discuss, for those of you out there who don't know, who have no problem with spoilers, or for all of us who do know, about the reason Michael Myers can't die. And if you're one of those people who goes by, like, the original gospel, only the first two Halloween movies count, everything else is bah, didn't happen, not considering it, whatever. If you go by the two of those, then Michael Myers was just a guy that was really hard to kill. He would just, you shot him a bunch, did nothing. Maybe he was geeked on speed. Maybe he was just, had really high endurance, whatever. He was, if you consider number 2 to be the ending, then yeah, he's killed. He's just a person. He was just very hard to kill. However, if you're going by the rest of the series, few movies on down the line, we finally get an explanation as to why we can't just put a bullet in his head and be done with him. And that is because, as far back as I can remember, Michael Myers is part of, or should I say he was the victim of this cult, a cult, I believe the Thorn Cult, and their symbol's like a line with like a triangle. And this Thorn Cult, when you think about their purpose in the story, actually kind of mixes in with why the Halloween movie series was originally going to be an anthology series. Because I'll start from the beginning. There's just so much I have to say on the subject. Michael Myers, as a child, was apparently taken or used or some shit by this the Thorn Cult. The Thorn Cult was this evil satanic cult who, I believe, they sacrificed people to demons. And what they did was they would take like the youngest member of like a family or something, and they would like put a curse on them where they were like possessed, and they were like sent to kill their entire like bloodline up until then, their whole bloodline or whatever. And they could not die. They could not be killed. They would be infused with demonic, strength. No real powers or anything. I guess maybe some super strength and all that. Regular killer stuff. Can be stabbed in the neck and nothing will happen. I don't know. Animate 5 seconds after you get, remotely killed. But basically the gist of it was he was demonically fueled. And the Thorn Cult or whatever in the demon, it was decreed that, he couldn't die until every single member of his family was dead. Which, all throughout the series, Jamie Lee Curtis, and spoilers coming up here, if you don't know this channel by now, Jamie Lee Curtis does a great job surviving the entire series. She becomes a warrior, and it's great. She escapes, she has a son, everything, and it's excellent. Until the last movie. The one where, I think his name is Busta Rhymes, kills Michael by kicking him out of a window. Or electrocutes him to death, or some shit like that. Kills him, I don't know, anticlimactically. Very, very anticlimactically. Leaving us all to wonder why the hell the last movie was ever made. But, in short, Jamie Lee Curtis, survives the whole series, yada yada, and he kills her in the very last movie. He kills her right in the beginning. She gets sent into an insane asylum because she cuts off his head in the previous movie. Turns out he crushed some dude's larynx and put the mask on him to make her think that this other dude was him. She chops off his head. She goes nuts, gets sent to an insane asylum. He comes and hunts her down on, I'm guessing, a Halloween night. And, he stabs her, drops her from a tree. She's dead. Okay. Family line cut. Now, in that respect, I can understand why he was able to be killed in the last movie. Alright. Jamie Lee Curtis is dead. Okay. Now I get the whole electrocution thing. I get the whole being kicked out a window in a flaming house thing. Alright. Oh, but wait a minute. She had a son. A blood son. Which means the bloodline is still going, which means he shouldn't have been able to be killed off in that movie. Why? They make no other mention after. I mean, I think it was Resurrection, was it? Resurrection was a direct sequel, apparently. Direct sequel. They even showed the scene where she's cutting off the dude's head, and it's like, oh shit, she didn't kill Michael, she killed some paramedic accidentally. Well, not accidentally, but ironic. Not even ironically. I'm not sure what the word is. But she killed this paramedic. Wasn't him. And all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that, like, oh yeah, he killed her, so now the bloodline's severed. What about her son? In, I think it was California. I don't know, because every other horror movie takes place in California for some reason. I don't know why. And they make no mention of the son. He doesn't go after her son. Nothing. It's just like, oh yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is dead, so pretty much we could just, this movie's gonna be an excuse to kill him off. Why? I don't know. Maybe they wanted Jamie Lee Curtis to die or something. Maybe they wanted some final, like, I don't know, evil will eventually catch up to you, or you can't escape death, or some kind of bullshit like that. But it bugged me. It did. That really, really bothered me. I thought it was super freaking stupid. Super fucking stupid. And after that, the series ended, and everyone was just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, that happened. Got stretched out for, I don't know, decade. Wasn't very good. Didn't end well. And then, of course, Rob Zombie. And I love Rob Zombie shit. I love it. To a T. But I didn't like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I like the approach he took. I like the whole, oh yeah, young Michael Myers thing. But in that, he did the obvious, Rob Zombie thing where, oh, the kid's troubled and he has mental problems, and it's the alcoholic father and the bitchy drug addict mother that calls him I like the whole demon thing a little bit better, Thorn Cult, whatever, because, like I was saying before, how it ties into the supposed anthology series that the Halloween movies were going to become. The Thorn Cult, okay, yeah, I could see that happening. It's a Thorn Cult. They're associated with Halloween, sacrificing to a demon, all that, alright. And look at that. What was that? Halloween 3, Season of the Witch? A warlock of Irish descent sacrificing the children of Earth to some demon on Halloween. Whoa, look at that. We got now like 2 fractions, and I'm not sure if, 3's fully connected to Michael Myers. If that was the case, maybe they'd make some mention of it in the other movies, but they absolutely don't. Like, oh yeah, 90% of the world's child population died on, Halloween 1960 something. But they don't make any mention of it, which leads us all to believe, you know what, it's a standalone movie, leave it over there, just let's not talk about it. Unless you want to talk about it, because personally I think Halloween 3 was freaking amazing, but that's a video for another time. But, hey, look at that, we got these 2 groups of Satan-worshipping sons of bitches, and I could see, I feel that if they would have made, if they would have made an anthology series out of this, I feel that they would have had a lot of groups of satanic cultists and shit that would have a lot to tie into Halloween with all demons and sacrificing and shit, and the repercussions and what the rituals involved and how that played out on, regular people. And I just can't help but think that if the 3rd Halloween movie did really well, it would have been like the first 2 Halloween movies would have been it. That would have been fine. They would have been great. And then they would have had number 3, and then number 4 would have been a brand new story. And then number 5, 6, 7, 8, and maybe we'd still be making them up till today. No reboots, no nothing. We'd still be making an anthology Halloween movie every year. Different directors, different everything, but the same spirit of the original. But maybe in a parallel universe that happened. If so, that'd be the only real reason I'd want to go there. That, and maybe, I don't know. No, can't think of any real reason to go to an alternate dimension other than the possibility that there was an anthology series of Halloween. So, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. And hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios.